Hello and welcome to Monday. I briefly mentioned this at the end of yesterday's video, but it's day 1200. Um, that's a lot. When you think about it, the beginning of this year was day pretty close to day 1100, and you know that kind of marked that we were have been doing this for 3 years. But I'd like to do a little kind of brief update of like what happened these past 100 days and what we can look forward to for the next 100 days. Um, so next 100 days would definitely put us, I feel like, in July, somewhere there. I should have looked that up, but the past 100 days have been so much fun. I've played a lot of Pokemon recently, like a lot. And I've beaten Platinum, I've beaten Heart Gold. Currently, almost like pretty much halfway through White as of recording. Ultra Sun Wonder Trading was a lot of fun. Working my way through the GameCube games, slowly but surely. Uh, just a lot of things got done with this whole Pokemon challenge that been putting myself through. So that's one of the big things. Next up would be like kind of just exercise. I've been just like harsh on myself to like actually exercise and get through a lot of stuff and work out, and I've been doing that. I know we've had so much happen. Like it's hard to kind of like recount everything that's been going on, but like we had we went to Florida. There's so many birthdays. March is a birthday-filled month. So much happened. I launched a personal blog. That's something that really uh, just happened out of nowhere, right? I was thinking about that for uh, quite a bit, and it's now it's here. Um, I remember, what was it? It was like, was it day three, 1095 or something like that was when we started, or 1096, right around there is when we started the year. So, this is like from the beginning of the year is where I'm going to consider this basically January 1st. But, personal blog has been going quite well. I've had so much fun with that. I have been slacking on the music blog, and I think I've only put out really 2 posts on there. I have a one, two. Actually, the 2 that I have are like right behind me, that I'm thinking about doing. In fact, there's another one that's like right in front of me as well that I'm also thinking about doing. Let's talk about that real quick. So I've been like very actually no, I have 4 in mind. Oh my gosh. So the one that I really want to talk about initially would be Good Kid 4, because I've covered all 3 of the previous Good Kid records as they've came out, kind of on release. With Good Kid 2 coming out, I pretty much reviewed that a couple days after. Same with Good Kid 3. The next thing that I really want to talk about would be Hot Mulligan's Why Would I Watch, because this has been stuck in my head for like a month and a half since I first heard the record. Another one that just came that just came today would definitely be Full Blown Meltdown's Mollify, and that's a very very interesting record in itself. So I'm again looking forward to celebrating getting this record, and just having fun with that. There's another record that's like right here at the very head of my collection that is also something I want to talk about. So yeah, that's something that's happening. But yeah, there's so much that I feel like happened that I won't be able to perfectly capture in the just this video alone. Just a lot of stuff, and we're doing good. But next 100 days, day 1300, where does that put us? Again, I think sometime in July, if that's how my math works out. Should be like end of July, so right around my mom's birthday, I think we might be celebrating that. Have to look into that. But yeah, it's gonna be a busy summer. spring, summer. I know this week, like this past couple of days, have been really busy. You know, just a lot of travel happening, a lot of stuff happening. Um, uh, there's just a lot that I need to think about. Well, first thing, I know like super heavily workout wow, super heavily workout focused is something that I've been trying to do for months, years, and I really need to like just kick it up a notch quite a bit. And I think this is when I'm finally gonna do it. Uh, I need to look back at some resolutions that I made and see how well I can upkeep those. There's so many behind the scenes projects that I'm working on. Two very big ones in specific, that kind of tie together that I've been hinting at for a long time, and it's something that I really really want to talk about, but I can't because it's hasn't happened yet. And when we get to that, we get to that. Um, so those are some fun things that are happening down the road that we'll talk about as they come up. Um, but those are pretty much only the solid things that I have in mind. Like, it's just like we gotta focus on ourselves. We gotta really just start appreciating life more. Something that I've been really fond of doing these past few months. And, just embracing the kind of human element, something that I've been neglecting for quite a while and like has been kind of just being undermined by our culture at the moment. Not to get too philosophical, but that kind of leads me into something that I want to talk about, and I might talk about it tomorrow. And that seems like a very fun and interesting topic that we'll get right on to, because oh boy, that's gonna be a heavy, heavy topic. Okay. Yeah, there's just a lot to look forward to and a lot to talk about in the upcoming future that, again, I can't really mention, and, coming to mind, it's not really happening. I know this year is going to be really big family focus, and we're just going to be doing a bunch of stuff with family, trying to make things like Saturday night happen more often than not. Just randomly stop in, or just like, not even randomly, it's like, hey, I think I sent a message. Yeah, it was like 3 a.m. on Saturday morning. Like I was like, "Hey, me and my well, I have to go drop my mom off at the airport. That's by you guys. It's a 20-minute drive from there to the airport." So I'm like, we might just pop in. And then I talked to my brother, and it's like, yeah, he's down to come. So we're like, okay, cool. So I dropped my brother off. I head to the airport, come back, and then we just spent, basically from 4 o'clock till 3 in the morning there. So that was just impromptu, but it was just so much fun. And we were just hanging out by ourselves, talking, playing games, and just watching shows. And it's something that needs to happen more often than not, especially, in the next few months. Days. Well, yeah, it's gonna be getting warmer. It's gonna be getting. Daylight's gonna be with us longer, and it's gonna be heavy focus on just that kind of whole thing. So we'll see how that goes, but that's something we get to look forward to. Just hanging out with family, just getting up to nonsense, which we're never up to any good, but this will be some real fun times. Other than that, I think that's where I'm gonna call it for today. It's been fun these past 100 days, and while I've been kind of like kicking myself, that's like, hey, we need to do this, this, and this. I think it's nice to just have like, a mid-season refresh or a mid-100 days refresh. Spring has just sprung only a couple of weeks ago, so if you need just like a little kick, be like, hey, New Year resolutions kind of fell apart. Let's start on something else. Let's work on something else and get into that habit. And I think, right now, for me at least, it's a good time to get on that. Okay, I've spoken long enough, so that's where I'm gonna call it for today. Thank you all for watching. I hope to see you tomorrow. And until then, later.